You still think about her every night, you know it, and deep down you're angry at yourself for it. You tell yourself you should be over it by now, that you should be stronger. But before we go any further, do me one favor. Subscribe to this channel. What I'm about to say won't feel good. It's not what you want to hear, but it's what you need to hear. So hit that button, stay with me. Let's talk about why she's still living in your head. Here's the truth. You think about her because you haven't really let go. You say you have. You tell your friends you're fine. You post like you've moved on. You go to the gym. You swipe through apps. You keep yourself busy. You convince everyone, including yourself, that you're okay. But when the world goes quiet at night, when there's no noise to distract you, she's still there. In your thoughts, in your chest, in the silence, and you wonder why you can't escape it. This is why you gave her a place inside you, a place she didn't earn, a place that was never meant to belong to her forever. But you gave it anyway because you believed she was different. You believed she was the one. You believed she truly saw you. And maybe for a moment she did, but that moment passed. And you're still holding on to it like it's oxygen. It's not, it's poison. Here's something you need to understand. The woman you're thinking about every night isn't real anymore. She exists only as a memory, a version of her you've rebuilt in your mind. You're not missing her. You're missing the idea of her, the potential, the fantasy, the life you imagined having together. But that life never actually existed. It was a story you told yourself, and the longer you hold on to that story, the longer you stay trapped. While you're stuck in that story, she's moved on. She's living her life, she's healing, or she's with someone else, or she's simply not thinking about you the way you're thinking about her. And that's painful to accept. But it matters because right now you're living in the past while time keeps moving forward without you. You replay the same conversations, the same moments, the same pain, over and over, like a loop you can't escape. And here's the part most men don't want to admit. She's not the one keeping you trapped. You are. You're the one replaying her voice. You're the one scrolling through old photos. You're the one checking her social media. You're the one keeping her alive in your mind. And every time you do, you give up a piece of yourself, your time, your energy, your focus, your future. Because while you're thinking about her, you're not thinking about yourself. You're not building anything. You're not healing. You're not becoming the man you're meant to be. You're frozen, stuck in place, waiting for something that will never come. So ask yourself honestly, what are you really afraid of? You didn't lose her. That already happened. It's done. So what's left? Is it the loneliness, the fear that you won't find someone else, the shame of being left behind, the belief that you weren't enough? Because that's what this is really about. Not her, you. It's about the story you're telling yourself. The story that says you failed, that you weren't good enough, that she saw something broken in you and walked away. And now you're trying to fight that story by obsessing, remembering, wishing things were different. But none of that changes what happened. You can't rewrite the past. You can't bring her back. You can't undo what was said or done. The only thing you can control is what happens next. And right now, by staying stuck in your memories, you're choosing the past over your future. And that's the real loss. The real tragedy isn't that she left. It's that you're still giving her your life, your time, your thoughts, your peace for nothing. She's not coming back. And even if she did, it wouldn't be the same. You're not the same man anymore. She's not the same woman. And the version of the relationship you keep holding on to never truly existed the way you remember it. You've edited it in your mind. You've kept the good moments and erased the bad ones. You've forgotten the arguments, the disappointment, the time she didn't choose you. You've turned her into something perfect and yourself into the one who failed. And neither of those stories is true. She was just a person, flawed, human, confused, just like you. And the relationship ended because it was supposed to. Because it wasn't right. Because you both needed to grow. But growth can't happen if you're still clinging to what was. You can't move forward while gripping the past. So you need to change the way you see her. Stop seeing her as the one who got away. Start seeing her as the one who cleared the path. The one who made space for something better. Something real. Something that doesn't require you to shrink, beg, or convince someone to stay. Real love doesn't feel like loss. It feels like home. It feels calm, safe, steady. And if it didn't feel like that with her, then it wasn't love. It was attachment. It was fear. It was comfort, but it wasn't love. And you deserve real love. Not a memory, not a fantasy, not a version of someone who only exists in your head. And you won't find that kind of love while you're still stuck on her. So letting her go isn't about saying she never mattered. It's about finally admitting that you matter. Let her go because you have a life to build. Let her go because you have a future waiting for you. Let her go because every night you spend thinking about her is a night you're not investing in yourself. And right now, you need yourself more than you need anyone else. This is the time to rebuild, to remember who you were before her, and to discover who you're becoming after her. Because the man on the other side of this pain is stronger, wiser, more grounded. He's not afraid of being alone. He's not desperate for validation. He doesn't need someone else to feel complete. He knows his worth and he doesn't settle. Not for breadcrumbs, not for maybe, not for someone who couldn't truly see him. But you can't become that man if you're still living in the past. You can't create a new life while holding on to an old one. You can't heal if you keep reopening the wounds. So stop. Stop checking her page. Stop wondering what she's doing. Stop imagining her with someone else. Stop torturing yourself. Because every time you do, you're choosing her over you. And she already chose herself. Now it's your turn. Choose your peace. Choose your future. Choose to let go. Not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. You can't move forward while looking back. You can't run while carrying extra weight. You can't fly with chains around your feet. And right now, she's that chain, one you've been carrying for far too long. So put it down, walk away, and don't look back. Here's the truth you've been avoiding. The reason you think about her every night isn't because she was perfect. It's because you're afraid. Afraid of starting over. Afraid of being alone. Afraid that no one else will ever make you feel the way she did. And maybe no one will. But that's not a bad thing, because the way she made you feel wasn't healthy. It was intense, consuming, addictive, but it wasn't peace. It wasn't stability. And it wasn't real love. You don't need intensity. You need clarity. You don't need chaos. You need calm. You don't need someone who makes your heart race. You need someone who makes you feel safe. And you'll never find that person until you become that person for yourself, until you stop searching outside for something that's missing inside. Because nothing is missing. You are whole right now, without her, without anyone. And the moment you truly understand that, she loses her power over you. That's when the nights get quieter. That's when the thoughts slow down. That's when you realize she was never the answer. She was a lesson. A chapter, a part of your story, but not the whole story. Your story is still being written. And it's time to take the pen back, to write the next chapter without her. Without the pain, without the weight. It's time to choose yourself. Not in a selfish way, but in a necessary way, because you can't pour from an empty cup. You can't love someone else if you don't love yourself. And you can't move forward if you're stuck in reverse. So move, take a step, any step. Just don't stay here. Don't stay in this loop. Don't stay in this prison. You've been here long enough. You've suffered enough. You've given her enough of your life. Now give yourself a real chance. A chance to heal. A chance to grow. A chance to become the man you're meant to be. That man doesn't need her. He doesn't need anyone to feel complete. He stands on his own, strong, grounded, free, and he's waiting for you on the other side of letting go. So decide. Decide that tonight is the last night you give her your peace, the last night you let her live in your head, the last night you choose her over you. Because tomorrow you're choosing yourself, tomorrow you're moving forward, tomorrow you're free. And if this helped you, subscribe to this channel. There's more truth coming, more clarity, more reminders that you're stronger than you think. Now take your life back.